My name's Sthefania Mihilli. I was born in Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. I was with my mom at the hospital, and then my birth father left. Never saw him again. So I grew up with my mom and her side of the family. My mom came here to the U.S. to look for a job, and that's when she met my dad, Nino, or my dad now. And he came to Mexico to come get us. I came here, they put me in school, second grade, didn't know English. When my siblings were born, we hadn't been like a typical father-daughter relationship in a long time. I wasn't affectionate, but he was. He doesn't treat me any different or whatnot, but it was just like this self-conscious type thing that it was like, I'm not like biologically his kid, so like maybe he sees me differently. Then when I turned 16, I was fairly rebellious. The typicals of like drinking, smoking, hanging out with the wrong crowd, partying a lot, seeking like attention in the wrong places. And then I became a lifeguard here at the Croc Center. My family and I used to come here as more like a community center. Sixth grade staff would come here for like piano classes. I would help with my little brother to do the swim classes. Captain Caroline, she invited me to Anthem. She was telling my dad like, Steph should go, and my dad's like, yeah, you're going. But I did not want to go, and at that point I was like, nobody talked to me about Jesus. I don't want to hear a thing. God is always mentioned as like the father. It was just very hard being like, I've always had difficult relationships with dads, but everybody was so happy and jolly, and I was like, oh, okay. My cabin leader, she was just so like, Jesus, and just radiating Jesus. And I was like, oh, wow, I want to be like that. I started crying during the worship and just started really feeling the songs, and the Holy Spirit was really like working in me and like making things move. So when we were going home, I just had like a huge like anxiety attack, and then I started praying, and then I just felt this like comfort come over me, and that was the moment I fully knew like God is real. He's here. I feel him move, and I just want to be obedient. I went to Rev High without any knowledge of what it is. I just knew I was called to go. And then I went to Korea for service corps. God answers your prayers, and I asked him to clean me up, help me get rid of these like harsh feelings towards my dad. He opened up the door to my birth father, meeting my older sister, and that kind of made me view my dad more like, oh my goodness, I have such a phenomenal dad. Like, I'm sorry that I was a difficult teenager. So it just made me feel like even more appreciative of my dad. So it allowed me to see God from a different point of view. And now I'm working at the Croc Center as like a teen mentor. I love being able to be like a comfort place for the girls and the teens at teen night, and just thankful for God putting the right people at the right time. Jesus is just working in our family, and I'm just so happy about it because we've all been through a lot, and now we're all starting new seasons together with God, and I'm so grateful for that.